You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 24th, the day of March 2025. A very good evening to you, wherever you're watching us from. And welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kennedy Kimani, and signing for us tonight is Boniface Murithi. Now, following months of absence from the Mount Kenya region due to the impeachment of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, President William Ruto is now set to visit the Mount Kenya region counties. During his visit, he will launch development projects and address both the real and perceived misconceptions. Speaking today when he held a consultative meeting with Central Kenya governors alongside his deputy Kithure Kindiki, the head of state said that the government is working to align national and county priorities to accelerate development and drive inclusive growth. The IEBC selection panel, led by Chairperson Nelson Makanda, has begun interviews to select a new IEBC chairperson. The first candidate, Abdul Kadir Lorot Ramadan, emphasized his integrity and experience in managing election disputes. Former Chief Registrar Ann Amadi followed, promising to use her judiciary experience to strengthen their commission. The third candidate, Charles Nyachai, assured that his political affiliation will not influence his decisions. Of the 37 people who applied, only 11 are still being considered for the role.
What is it that you are bringing into the IEBC as a chairperson that is different from what has been in the previous chairpersons?
Mm-hmm. In the role of the chair involves as a leader, it is a chair that plays a key role in setting the agenda. So in so doing, it means that then you have to be able to rally members around the vision that you have so that the agenda is supported, so that people have a common view, a shared understanding of what the agenda is about. It's not just about bringing issues for discussion, but ensuring that there is that shared responsibility and shared vision. It is also the chair's role to make sure that you maintain good working relationship with each and every member of the commission, so that even outside of the commission meetings, there's a way that a chair should be able to reach out to the members and forge a relationship that will help in terms of moving the objectives of the commission forward.
I presume that you experience difficult and dilemmas, issues coming to you to rule and to make judgment. Some maybe those that appeal to your emotions and things like that. How are you able to separate yourself as a Brigadier Lorot so that you're able to serve your clients impartially?
The distinction between personal emotions, it takes time to grow out of it, because these are emotional issues. But I think I'm fairly I've fairly grown in emotional intelligence over my very many period of service, and I'm able now to distinguish between my own and the emotions of others, looking at my own weaknesses, where my weaknesses fall in terms of certain biases that I have as a person who grew up, for example, in conflict areas, because my grandparents came from Kapedo, and as we all know, Kapedo is a war zone. So having grown up in those, so when I see, for example, when I was new in the judiciary and I would see cases of people stealing stock theft, it would affect me much deeper than I think it would affect the next person. So over time, I have grown and been able to accept that these are the realities. And now, while I cannot they say that as judges we are still, or magistrates we are still human beings, and products of our own society, products of our own biases. I am Muslim, for example, and there are certain tenets of Islam that may not be condonable. So I've been able to separate what are my own biases with what is before me. And this is possible to do. And I think that is the reason why I've been able to sustain myself in this position and grown from the position before over a period of time.
Away from that, and police in Nairobi County successfully prevented a group of youth from holding the National Jobless Rally at Uhuru Park in Nairobi, citing the lack of authorization for the event. Led by Arnold Maliba and Kennedy Ondieki of the Concerned Youth Movement, the young Kenyans were stopped from accessing the park and were forced to postpone the gathering until next Monday. Speaking to the press at the park entrance, the youth expressed frustration with the Kenya Kwanza government, accusing it of failing to address the growing issue of youth unemployment.
Why is it so difficult for the jobless people of Kenya to actually just have a dialogue? So we will be back on Monday at the same time. We are going to write a letter afresh. This time we asked them to do a rally. They have denied. We will write them one more time. And if they do not do it, then we will be forced to actually devolve it so that people can do their rallies in different places. That we will do. But we are going to write them today, and we will be back here on Monday. Until they allow us in, they should just allow us to have conversation.
We are the youth of Kenya. We have come here to dialogue. As we have said, the whole country wanajadiliana mambo mengi. Wanajadiliana mambo ya broad-based government, wanajadiliana mambo ya abductions, wanajadiliana vile sisi kama vijana, wanajadiliana vile watatufisadi, lakini sisi hawataki tujadiliane, tujue vile ambavyo tutapata kazi. Vijana tumekuwa kazi yetu ni kuamka asubuhi na kufanya kazi ya kutafuta kazi.
Now Supermetro's fleet has been granted a temporary reprieve after the Transport Licensing Appeals Board suspended the National Transport and Safety Authority's decision to revoke its operating license. The ruling, chaired by Adrian Kamotho, allows Supermetro buses to resume operations provided they comply with the legal requirements. The board also directed the Inspector General of Police to ensure the buses operate without being impounded. This comes after Supermetro filed a complaint challenging NTSA's decision as arbitrary. The final ruling on the matter will be delivered on Thursday, the 27th of March. Moving on swiftly, as the world marks World Tuberculosis Day under the theme, Yes, We Can End Tuberculosis, Commit, Invest, Deliver, the Kenya Legal and Ethical Issues Network has come forward to highlight the shortage of drugs to control tuberculosis and HIV, while calling on the health sector, including KEMSA, to provide support. As Ianson Mugeria now reports, the group claims that a large percentage of victims are at risk.
March 24th every year, the world celebrates World Tuberculosis Day, an opportunity to highlight ways to end the world's most dangerous infection disease, which continues to kill millions of people worldwide and cause serious health issues. The Kenya Legal and Ethical Issues Network, KELIN, has today called on the government through the Ministry of Health to offer support in managing the shortage of tuberculosis drugs, highlighting some of the challenges they are facing, especially after USAID suspends its aid to the nation of Kenya and other countries. Duke Otieno, an advocate officer with the group, stated that shortage of TB drugs in the country has led them to find alternative traditional medicines so as to combat the disease.
So we're just trying for sustainability purposes. We're trying to find a local solution, which again is in local production, so that we are able to have that continuity, the sustainability aspect of it.
Otieno emphasized that KELIN is working hard to ensure that all patients receive medication required, insisting that a collaboration between various organizations such as KELIN and the Ministry of Health is essential to ensure that the affected Kenyans do not lack the necessary support and medicine.
For us as the non-government institutions, organizations, to really champion for the rights of the HIV and TB, especially the TB community, to ensure that they are getting their medicine as they should, despite the funding cuts. So as KELIN, we are at the forefront in terms of championing for increased budget allocation to the Ministry of Health so that they're able to, in terms of funding that has been caused by the USAID fund withdrawal. So we having engagements with both the Ministry of Health as well as the Ministry of Finance, where we are having meetings from time to time, just trying to find the modalities in terms of budget allocation to fill in what was being done by the USAID.
The group's managing director, Asero Ochieng, highlighted that lack of a laboratory and safe medicine transportation are some of the challenges the group is facing due to lack of proper infrastructure, calling for support from various sectors.
Unaona, wakati ambapo mgonjwa amekuja facility, utachukuliwa makohozi na pengine ni clinic ama ni dispensary. Tuseme pengine pale nyumbani, mahali popote kunaweza kuwa na dispensary, lakini pengine hospitali kubwa iko like 10 or 20 kilometers away. So huwa wanagather, wanachukua samples kutoka kwa clinic tofauti, inakuja kuchukuliwa na rider, alafu inapelekwa pale kwa lab, alafu results zikitoka ndo zinakuwa wired back kwa facility. Kama sample transportation ndo ilikuwa na hichi kubwa, na pia lab, kwa sababu huwa wanatupea reagents na pia wanalipia wafanyikazi wengine wa lab. Kwa hivyo kwa upande huo tulikuwa tumeona kuwa kulikuwa na tashwishi. Pia transportation ya madawa kutoka katika mbali ambapo ziko kama ni meds ama ni KEMSA kwenda kwa facilities, pale ndo kumekuwa pia na tashwishi.
Reporting for Hope Newswatch, my name is Ianson Mungeria.
Thank you so much, Ianson, for that report. Now, a new report by Transparency International Kenya in collaboration with the Uraia Trust and supported by the Royal Danish Embassy reveals critical challenges in Kenya's anti-corruption laws and institutions. The report, titled Rubber Meets the Road, an assessment on the impact of anti-corruption laws and institutions in Kenya, highlights gaps in legislation, institutional capacity, and enforcement mechanisms. Despite a strong legal framework, including the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Act and the Anti-Bribery Act, corruption remains deeply entrenched due to weak enforcement, inadequate resources, and low public trust. Recommendations for improvement include legislative reforms, enhanced funding for agencies, and increased public engagement to foster transparency. Now, World Vision, through the Inuka Angaza Fund, hosted the Last Steps Forward run to raise awareness and funds for clean water access in Salga, a transit town in Nakuru County. Due to the lack of clean water, children in Salga often walk up to 6 kilometers daily, causing school absenteeism and spreading waterborne diseases like cholera and typhoid. The Last Steps for Water run aims to extend clean water access to 6 more schools, improving children's health and well-being.
So today we are doing what we call 6-kilometer walk of A, raising the awareness that we need to do something for people to ensure they have access to water. Number 2, doing something tangible by contributing their resources, but also coming and working physically. One exciting thing about this initiative is that our program in Saga is funded by Kenyans. It is not funded by external resources. We want to demonstrate that as Kenyans we can do something for our fellow colleagues who are in difficult circumstances.
In doing this very, very noble activity of ensuring that we provide water to the needy communities in Salga area and Visoi area. So far we have that kind of agreement. We have drilled four boreholes and we have equipped all of them, giving a total of about 80 cubic per hour, and that one currently serves over 3,000 households. So this project is done both in Visoi ward and Abasop ward.
I think we are running for the children in Nakuru to support them so that they can have water. This will encourage a lot of people to help the children who are suffering, who can't go to school, who need to go and fetch water. So the 6 kilometers represents the distance that they actually go.
All right, it is exactly 21 minutes past the top of the hour. Time now for a short break. But immediately after, I'll be back with the business and sports news. Stick around.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond what angaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful. Ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki msoul.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
Welcome back. You're watching Hope TV Newswatch. Now, 9 startups from the inaugural Safaricom Spark Accelerator program showcase their potential at an investor demo. This marks a key milestone as the final phase of the accelerator aimed at helping leading venture capital funds. The startups, including Held X Africa, VunaPay, Black Rhino VR, and others, are driving innovation in areas like embedded finance, healthcare, and fintech. The program, in partnership with Sumitomo Corporation and M-Pesa Africa, is designed to accelerate the growth of early-stage startups in Kenya's tech ecosystem.
This week for us as Safaricom has been marked by a lot of engagement around the tech space and the tech sector. Some of you have been involved in Decode, which is our forum for engaging with the development and the youth throughout this week. And that was being held at the Saudi Center. That was really the kind of engagement that the youth want to see in the tech space. Today now caps this week from an innovation perspective around what we'd like to do in the startup space in the ecosystem. Our ambition as Safaricom is to be Africa's leading purpose-led technology company. And today's Spark Day demo means that we're doing two things. One, it's part of our transition as we move from a telecom into a techco. And our strategy around that is how we build solutions and propositions for our customers, layering on our core platforms of M-Pesa, of our connectivity, and the devices we now offer in the market. Today we celebrate our first cohort. To give you a sense of this, we screened roughly 200 names to come with these names of the first cohort. They are HealthX Africa, VunaPay, Black Rhino VR, Quiver, Chapter, Chirpy, Notebook Africa, Friday HR, and Tunes. I also take this chance to announce that following today's close of the demo day, we will be opening up the invites for a call for applications for the second cohort of the Spark Accelerator. And we're hoping that runs until May 15th. So we look forward to the next generation of startups that can be supported, can be helped, and hopefully funded through this program.
Still Matters Tech and Kenya's brightest young tech minds have been honored at the Huawei ICT Competition National Final Award Ceremony. The event, attended by Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migosi Ogamba, highlighted the government's commitment to fostering digital skills and innovation among students. CS Ogamba praised the competition as a transformative platform empowering Kenyan students with cutting-edge tech skills. The competition, which saw over 21,000 participants from 18 sub-Saharan African countries, will send 12 of Kenya's top students to the global finals in Shenzhen, China, and an exclusive tech experience in Johannesburg, South Africa.
The Huawei ICT competition has continued to be an important platform for nurturing young minds, equipping them with cutting-edge skills, and creating opportunities for future innovators and leaders in the ICT sector. On the outset, I wish to thank His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, for his brilliant masterstroke that saw him create the new State Department in charge of science, research, and innovation under the Ministry of Education. This is the foremost recognition of the government's determination to bolster the development of science and innovation, including ICT, in our country. As you are aware, His Excellency the President moved the Kenya Innovation Agency to the Office of the President to enable the organization to be in charge of the cross-cutting nature of innovations in the country. The President also directed that 500 million Kenya shillings be injected into the Kenya Innovation Agency and a further Kenya shillings 1 billion for startup funds to facilitate the process of innovation in the country. I think that is a very important step. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now congratulate all the winners and wish them all the best as you proceed to represent our great nation in the global finals in China. Kenya is proud of you. Congratulations and God bless you.
Moving on swiftly, and M-Pesa, in partnership with the NBA, has conducted a comprehensive financial and digital literacy training for over 500 juniors from the Nyanza region. The session, organized by M-Pesa Go during the National Basketball Association tournament at Kenyatta Sports Ground in Kisumu, aims to equip teens and preteens with vital financial skills. M-Pesa Go, a Safaricom product for users aged 10 to 17, allows younger users access to M-Pesa services with safety measures in place, such as restrictions on withdrawals, digital loans, and betting-related payments. NBA Africa, an affiliate of the global NBA, shares the mission of connecting and inspiring through basketball.
Currently in Kisumu with the junior NBA, and we're just here, two brands, M-Pesa and Junior NBA, to drive a thing that we are so passionate about, which is empowering the young people with financial literacy as well as sports. So we are currently having tournaments where teens are playing, and eventually we are going to pick some of the best players for an exciting journey all the way to Mombasa to the end of the tournament.
Siku ya leo tumefika hapa asubuhi, tulipata hao wageni wetu hao M-Pesa wakishirikiana na NBA hapa Moi Stadium, Moi Stadium Sports Ground. Wamekuwa wakitufunza sana about M-Pesa Go. Hiyo M-Pesa Go najua wametufunza sana, kwa hiyo M-Pesa Go naomba wazazi wapendelee hiyo M-Pesa Go juu niliona kuna 4 characters I mean. Kwa hiyo 4 characters, kuna yule mwenye alikuwa anajiita date, kuna mwenye alikuwa anajiita maestro, 4 characters ambayo tuliona hapa. Wao nimeona wamesaidia wanafunzi sana, wamesaidia wanafunzi wajue kusave. They are now starting to learn about M-Pesa. They can now transact their businesses using M-Pesa money. That's what we learned with the M-Pesa Go.
Now, Naivasha and its surrounding areas experienced a tourism boom over the past weekend thanks to the influx of local and international visitors attending the 2025 WRC Safari Rally. Hotels, restaurants and other service providers reported a surge in business with full bookings and increased foot traffic. Grand Tiara Hotels' Susan Muli Mwangi highlighted how the rally has driven visitors to not only traditional hotels but also serviced apartments, boutique hotels and even Airbnb listings, offering a significant boost to the region's economy.
Gauging it from the perspective of a weekend, on a normal day, normal weekends, we will do about 5 to 8 goats in a day in terms of the eatery. And as at yesterday, I actually ran short of meat because we had prepared 8, and that is actually, yesterday was actually on a weekday. Yes. So that tells that there is an improvement in the quantities that we are doing from the eatery. Yeah. From the side of the club now, Conquer Square, we are used to doing sales that, at a percentage of say 60 to 70, as that yesterday we improved to 80. We had to actually outsource more drinks by around 7 because the visitors, guests were, in huge numbers. So we are positive about the kind of impact it brings to the business.
What we are capitalizing on majorly is we have camp tents because we're having people who are coming in to camp. Then we are also going to be providing tents, the ones that people come and sit. They'll be having tables and they'll be having chairs. So we actually doing a bit of that. Then we've also had people who have been running businesses say that if you want to do a housing project and the inflow of the guests who are coming to Naivasha will benefit from that, especially the areas that are near Kidong Stage. We're going to be setting up there. We've also set up near the Sawela Lodges. Therefore, we're going to be having parties that are going on there. Then we majorly supported the industry, the hospitality industry in a big way this time. We are sure we are not even able to have enough of the staff that the industry is asking for, and we are happy about that.
And to some sporting action now, John Kitaka emerged as the overall winner of the Machakos Golf Club leg of the Bayer East Africa Golf Series on Saturday with an impressive score of 47 points. Playing off handicap 19, he scored 6 points ahead of Patrick Marangu, who claimed the top spot in the men's category with 41 points. Joe Mboya, with a handicap of 17, secured the runner-up spot with 39 points, while Victor Mutui rounded out the podium with 38 points. The series continues at Nandi Bears Club in June.
So today we are in Machakos Golf Club to sponsor golf. Today we have 130 players on the course, and the reason why we chose Machakos as a destination for our golf is because Machakos is the land of smallholder farmers. So we want to interact with our smallholder farmers together as linking up with our distributor who sells our decarb seed and crop protection solutions to the farmers. Bayer has been sponsoring golf for the last 10 years and we do a couple of series in the year. So last year we had our Roundup at 50 tournament where we sponsored around 10 clubs. This year, Nakuru was our first stop, Machakos is our second stop, and we plan to have like 6 more sponsorships just to get our message out there about the carb seed we sell and the Bayer crop protection solutions. It's important for Bayer to sponsor such events because we get a chance to meet our farmers, we get to partner with our distributors, and we get to offer solutions to our farmers to ensure that they have a good livelihood from the products that we offer to them. So it's important for Bayer to do this because we want to reach smallholder farmers in Machakos County as well as the rest of the country. BAYA is an organization that invests in innovation to ensure that we are offering solutions to our smallholder farmers. And as golfers, I would encourage you to join our BAYA golf series to ensure that you get to enjoy yourself, and on top of that, you get to learn about our solutions that we offer to the farmers.
Still matters golf. Home players Aisha, Duba and Joseph emerged as the overall gross winners in the recent qualifying leg of the 2025 NCBA Golf Series at the Kenya Railway Golf Club on Saturday. The event attracted 157 golfers and is the fifth chapter of the series, which began in January at Vet Lab Sports Club and has since made stops at Nandi Bears Club, Malindi Golf Club and Kiambu Golf Club. Attention now turns to the next qualifying event at Nakuru Golf Club on the 12th of April 2025.
We had fun. Course was playing well, a bit of a hold up on a few holes, but we did get to move quickly. The marshals are very helpful. So I'd want to just give a big thanks to them for making us move quickly. We always say that this series gives us an opportunity to interact with our customers. Our customers are everywhere. So that's why we've taken this series across most of the clubs in Kenya. Gives us an opportunity to play with our customers, interact with them after the game, and just get to know what pains them, what solutions we can give them to ensure that this partnership continues to be strong going forward.
Thank you very much for coming to participate in this well-awaited tournament, well sponsored by our good friends NCBA Bank.
We're back grateful, energized, and excited to keep building on the journey we started together right here. Not just that, the Kenya Railway Golf Club remains special to us. We've had this leg of the series here since 2021, and we purpose to continue the partnership. We have been on this journey of golf with this club since the days of NIC, before we even became NCBA.
Now, the government is intensifying efforts to ensure environmental sustainability after the World Rally Championship Safari Rally. The Director General of the Kenya Wildlife Research and Training Institute, Dr. Patrick Omondi, has highlighted the government is prioritizing environmental care to make the sport more sustainable. Kenya continues to strengthen its position as a top safari rally destination, with Naivasha hosting the championship for the fifth time since its return in 2021.
And our role in the rally was to prepare the environmental sustainability plan so that we mitigate against any negative impact to our environment. So we did this in 2021. We have a very comprehensive waste management plan, ensuring that all the rally routes, all the service park where the institute is headquartered in is free of bins, and particularly plastics, because we have a government plastic ban in all our national parks and protected area. So that plan details how that is done and how litter is collected and disposed. It's very clear. We also came up with a plan to map out all the wildlife routes, where the corridors, dispersal areas, vis-a-vis the rally routes. And together with muscles and KWS rangers, we are ensuring that no animals is knocked. And since 2021, we have not had any incidents that involves one animal. That means our environment sustainability plan is effective, and we are hoping 2025 will be the same.
Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time to watch Hope TV Newswatch. We really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the amazing team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kimani, and signing for us tonight has been Boniface Murithi.